What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend, guys. It is December 2nd, baby, and the clock is ticking down for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Guys, we're doing a release day live stream. I got to remind y'all of that every day, man, because it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Guys, I'm still trying to get my hands on a collector's edition. I procrastinated. That's just the truth. I procrastinated in pre-ordering it. And now the pre-orders are out at GameStop. Best Buy still has some, so I'm thinking about going ahead and doing that today. Just trying to work out the finances around that, guys, because I'm not a millionaire. Money. I got a family and stuff like that, and holidays coming up, so I have to be mindful of those things. But regardless, I'm getting the game. But I do really want that collector's edition to help commemorate that year anniversary for the channel. Now, your chance to win a copy of the Ultimate Edition is now live for the month of December. We had a winner drawing yesterday, and there's going to be one in December. It goes till the 30th of December, and we'll do the drawing on the 1st of January, and then we'll do another one in January before release date. So there's 2 more chances for somebody to get a copy of the Ultimate Edition. I know a lot of y'all have already pre-ordered the game, but I also know there's people out there who can't afford it at the time, and I want to give them a chance to get it. Fortunately, I can't buy a copy for everybody, so if I could, I would. That would be really dope. So, guys, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Right now, and there's going to be more information at Jump Fiesta. The last bit of information. I don't know if they would release anything in January. Time frame wise, I'm thinking January is going to be more of a Bandai Namco live stream of the game before it releases. Same way they did for God Eater, for Shinobi Striker, for every, Code Vein. I mean, for all the games that they've put out. So that's what I expect for the month of January. For the month of December, more likely we'll probably get a final trailer of Goku and Majin Buu. And don't be surprised if there's a surprise appearance at the end of the trailer for Oob, because that's a very real possibility. Now, one thing that I want to talk about today is not a favorite topic of mine. I don't like thinking about this because this is the main thing that ruins, in my opinion, quote unquote open world or RPG games, and that is repetitiveness. It is critical. I've talked about this before, but I have to revisit it because of everything that we know about the game so far. On paper, this game is a dream come true, guys. But, take the Assassin's Creed games, for example. The combat is the same. I mean, there are skill trees, level ups, different things like that, but at certain points in the game early on, like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, in my opinion, was great. After that, the games were lackluster and the gameplay was very repetitive and it got boring. The stories didn't captivate you and things like that. But now with Odyssey and which one came before Odyssey? The previous 2 Assassin's Creeds, guys. They changed it up a bit, and it's back to its old days of glory, in my personal opinion. And it's tough to accomplish that with video games. You really have to consider these things when you're thinking about these games. And looking on paper with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, especially with the way you level up your character, it seems that it is really, really in depth. Like, there's so much to do, and the game kind of forces you, if you want to get the most out of the game, kind of forces you to engage yourself with all of these different aspects of the game. And that's nothing wrong with that. My concern, as with any open world, semi-open world, any RPG game, is how does the game operate in terms of keeping the repetitiveness down? Because you have to think, you have all of these playable characters. You're going to have to level up all these guys. You see what I'm saying? And do they start at level 1? Like, for example, when you get to the Namek Saga, is Vegeta going to be level 1? I doubt it. I don't think he'll be level 1. I don't think when you get Vegito, he'll be level 1. So as far as leveling them up, I don't think you'll have to level them up from 1 all the way to, whatever level, but still, you're still going to have to do some kind of leveling up. I honestly believe the majority of the level up is going to be towards Goku, because The reason why is because when you get Goku on your team, or when you start with Goku, he's gonna be level 1, or maybe even level 0. You got to give him level 1, but level 1. The reason why most of it is towards Goku is because what the point I just said. When you unlock these other characters as playable characters, they're already going to be at a higher level simply because of their strength in the game. I don't think they're going to start them from level 1. If so, this game is going to be extremely grindy. Not only that, but there needs to be a significant amount of subquests and stuff like that to level up guys. I mean, you think about Trunks, he only fought against Frieza, and then, yeah, if they do pursue that, he goes back in his timeline and fight the androids and Cell. But the issue with that is that's not a lot of fights to get a lot of experience. So what's going to fill that void? You get what I'm saying? So when you get these characters, it is my speculation that they'll already be a higher level. Thus, the grind to level them up won't be as meticulous. It's even possible that they could already have all of their super attacks and stuff unlocked, and that the only person that you really need to train and stuff to unlock super attacks is Goku himself. That could be a bit of a bummer because I really want to level up the other characters. Also, I don't think that's the way it is, because when you look on the skill tree, you see that there are options to go to the other characters. Piccolo, Gohan, those were the ones listed on the screenshot in Japanese. But so you can go to other character skill trees. So I doubt they're already max level, but they probably will come with some attacks already unlocked. So the grind to level them up won't be as long and meticulous as it will be for Goku. And that's why they show Goku, because it's Kakarot, and pretty much you're spending most of the time in the game with Goku and leveling him up. So that's that. Now, like I said, my issue is the repetitiveness. How repetitive is this game going to be? How long is it going to be in this game before it's like, oh man, it's the same old thing? And how do you combat that? Because it's going to happen. Every game, it's going to happen. Now, ways that they can overcome this is by implementing, by one, the skill tree. You know, the skill tree is always good at implementing the monotony of doing the same old stuff. The reward has to be worth it. For example, Destiny 2. I always bring that up because it's a perfect example. You know, Destiny 2 has been out for, what, 4 or 5 years almost, if not already, and people are still playing it. I'm still playing it, you know, but, you know, the game does get to points where it's repetitive. And what makes it even more repetitive and not worth the grind is whenever the rewards just aren't worth it. It's the same way for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. People grind out the parallel quests, and then for what? An article of clothing? I mean, and, you know, because it's not guaranteed drops, it's all RNG related. So you're grinding out these parallel quests, and you could play it 5, 6 times. You could play it 10, 20 times and still not get the item that you want. And it gets boring, it gets monotonous, and you just give up. It's like you just don't like it. You see what I'm saying? So one way to break up the repetitiveness is by, and the grind is by giving rewards in the game that are going to be worth it. Okay? And with the skill tree that I've seen so far, those things are all worth it. Like, I want to see what it's like to get a max level Kamehameha. How big is it going to be? How much damage is it going to do? And things like that. You see what I'm saying? Also, eating wise, eating is something that you're going to be doing a lot. But I love the way that they made eating give you permanent boosts to your stats, as well as temporary boosts to your stats. Now, my issue with eating is that it's repetitive, yeah, but is there a limit? Like, the higher you get, does it give less and less bonuses? Because these permanent boosts that you get from eating, I mean, if you think about it, after a while, I mean, you could just get stupidly strong. And while your level may be max, and this is kind of something that I've been talking about too, while your level, maybe there's the max level of 100, okay? And you reach that, but you can go beyond your limits by simply continuing to eat. And you know, with the soul emblems, because eating gives permanent boosts as well as temporary boosts. So it's very, very interesting when you look at things that way. And I'm going to do a video about eating, because there's a way to go about eating to get the most out of the game. I think that'll be an interesting video for tomorrow. So I'm going to jot that down. But, you know, there's big rewards in eating. You get permanent boosts as well as temporary boosts. There's big rewards in training because that's how you unlock these other attacks. You see what I'm saying? So you're doing these things, yes, and then same thing for the sub quests. There's big rewards. Everything in this game is directed to go back into your character. So while there is a grind of some sorts, it is, in my personal opinion, it appears on the surface and on paper that it pays off. And so what that does, and it pays off in a big way. I mean, your character gets significantly stronger. So in my eyes, whenever I see that, I'm thinking that it's going to make the game less grindy. It's going to make it feel less monotonous and repetitive. Why? Because every time you do something, you're going to get something for it and it's going to be worth it. You know, it's not like I said with Xenoverse 2, where you get this article of clothing that has little minor stats to it. You see what I'm saying? Everything you do is to make your character more powerful in this game. And while you're doing that, there's interaction to it. There's levels to those things as well. There's levels to the training. There's levels to the food items. So there's always something to do. But that is always my biggest concern, because in any open world game that I've played, you know, the ones that I've stopped playing are the ones where they get repetitive and it's like, I mean, nothing's going to change. I already know how the game's going to end pretty much. And the only thing that you're playing for at that point is the story. So if you're playing a game that has a lackluster story, it's going to be tough to enjoy that game. And I don't think this game is going to be that way. Simply, even though we know the story of Dragon Ball, I'm still not tired of the story of Dragon Ball. And I love seeing it represented in different ways. And so I want to see how the game portrays that story through subquests and main missions. So I'm definitely going to be locked in on the story part of it. And that's going to help with breaking up a lot of that repetitiveness as well. But guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Do you feel the same thing I'm feeling? Is that your main concern? Or rather, what is your main concern going into this game? Guys, we are almost at 9,000 subscribers. We're not almost. We're halfway there. So please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you've been watching the content, you've been enjoying the content, the over 237 videos that we've done since January 16th, please hit the subscribe button, click that bell icon, and turn on notifications. Please. That's all I'm asking. Doesn't cost you anything at all, and it helps us to continue doing what we enjoy doing and making content. Also, guys, if you are looking for a great gaming chair, the holiday season is upon us. I freaking love my chair. I'm not saying that to sell them. I freaking love it. It is awesome. I love my chair. It looks cool. And guys, you can use promo code Dmgaming for that 25% off, which does stack on top of other discounts. They had the Black Friday sale and the chair was like $150, and you could use that 25% off code on top of that. Like, dude, you can't beat that. And it's a really good, well-made chair as well. Did a review on that as well. But that's all I have for right now, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.